Hi folks, welcome to Real Estate Rundown. I'm Lori LeCompte and I'm a real estate agent in Northwest Arkansas. Today I'm talking about home appraisals. So what is a home appraisal? A home appraisal is the process by which a licensed appraiser conducts a thorough inspection of a property to assess its true value, which isn't always the same as the listing price. The appraiser's primary mission is to protect the lender. The lender wants a guarantee that they are not lending you more money than the property is worth. This is why the appraisal takes place before the lender grants final approval of the buyer's loan. The appraised value of the home may not be equal to the agreed upon purchase price of the home. For example, your lender doesn't want to lend you $300,000 on a home that's only worth $275,000, and you certainly don't want to pay $300,000 for a home that's worth a lot less. If you're obtaining a loan to purchase a home, your real estate agent will suggest that you include an appraisal contingency in the sales contract. The appraisal contingency lets you walk away from a home purchase if the appraisal comes in too low to justify the agreed upon purchase price. Now, I'm going to talk about a home appraisal versus a home inspection. An appraisal differs from a home inspection, which is a much more in-depth process. In a home inspection, an inspector specifically looks for problems in the home and determines whether certain areas of the home need repairs. An inspector will test the plumbing, the electrical systems, the appliances, the foundation, the roof, etc. The appraiser formulates an opinion of the property's value for the lender. An appraiser takes into consideration all the factors that affect the value of the home, such as the location, its proximity to desirable schools and other public facilities, the size of the lot, the size and condition of the home itself, and recent sale prices of comparable homes. The appraiser will also take notice of signs of neglect such as cracked walls, broken windows, damaged flooring, and poorly functioning appliances and major systems. After the appraiser finishes their research, they make a final evaluation of the property in a formal report. The appraiser then delivers that report to your mortgage lender. Even though most lenders require an appraisal as a condition of a loan closing, in most cases, the buyer pays for the appraisal. The amount that a buyer pays for an appraisal depends on a number of factors, including the size of the home's location, and the amount of property research that the appraiser ends up doing before they issue a final value report. Buyers can also expect to pay a higher appraisal fee in a very rural area simply because there are fewer appraisers working in these areas. This might mean a longer wait for an appraisal as well. If you have any questions about how much your appraisal will cost, consult with your mortgage lender. Home appraisals can affect the selling price and mortgage amount for a home. If the house appraises for less than you've agreed to pay, you may find yourself having to bring more cash to close or negotiating with the seller to make the deal work. In some cases, a too low appraisal could force you to walk away from the home. A hot real estate market can force buyers to make offers well above the asking price. In some cases, buyers may end up agreeing to pay much more than the home is actually worth. If you have extra money to bring to the table, this might not be a problem. But if you don't have extra cash on hand, a low appraisal might mean you can't obtain financing. To avoid this scenario, you need to know the market. Keep an eye on comparable sales and hire a great real estate agent who knows the area well. Now, the appraisal results are out of your hands, so as the buyer, all you can do is hope things work out the way they're supposed to. The appraisal is in place to protect you and your lender from overpaying for a home, so a low appraisal could be a blessing in disguise. If the home you've made an offer on is appraised at an amount lower than your offer price, you have a few options. Number one, make up the difference in price. As mentioned before, lenders use the appraised value of a home to determine your loan amount. If the property is appraised at a low value, your lender will decrease your loan amount. If you want to proceed with the purchase, you'll need to increase your down payment to cover the difference between your new loan amount and the agreed upon price. Number two, renegotiate the purchase price with the seller. If you don't have the financial means to cover the gap, you can try and negotiate a lower purchase price with the seller. But this can be difficult in a competitive market where sellers receive multiple offers and bidding wars are common. Number three, back out of the deal if you have an appraisal contingency. If the seller is unwilling to renegotiate the purchase price and you don't want to pay the difference out of pocket, that appraisal contingency that your agent put into the contract allows you to cancel the purchase agreement. It also allows you to recuperate your earnest money deposit as long as you've met all of the terms and deadlines that were stipulated in the contract. Now, what if appraisal is higher than the offer? If a house is appraised higher than the purchase price, you're in a good situation. It simply means that you've agreed to pay the seller less than the home's market value. Your mortgage amount does not change because the selling price will not increase to meet the appraisal value. Can the loan be denied after appraisal? Well, most mortgage lenders won't approve a loan for more than the home's value, so appraisal issues can lead to mortgage loan denial, even if you've already been pre-approved. And how about the seller? Can a seller back out after a low home appraisal? No, only the buyer can back out of a contract if the home appraisal comes in too low. Now, the bottom line, a home appraisal is necessary if you're obtaining a mortgage loan. Now, although the appraiser works for the lender, the appraised value of the home is also very important to you as the buyer to ensure that you are not overpaying for the home. Thanks for listening. Be sure to comment down below about any future topics you'd like for me to cover. Knowledge is power.